Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, welcome back with me Muhammad Ulfan Igirisa on my podcast Fun Podcast. So today I have a special guest and we are going to talk about teaching and learning process in a pandemic situation. So please welcome my special guest.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Rifkah Gani. You can call me Vika. First of all, I want to say thank you to Ulfan for inviting me in this amazing podcast, which is Fun Podcast. So I'm so happy today because I can be a special guest in this podcast.
Okay, let's get started. So now we are faced with a pandemic, but the teaching and learning process must go on. So how about you? Is effective enough or what?
The COVID-19 pandemic forced universities around the world to shut down their campus indefinitely and move their educational activities into online platforms. So the university were not prepared for such a transition and their online teaching learning process gradually. So I think learn if we do our teaching and learning process by online, it's not really effective for us as a student.
Oh my god, I also agree. Now I'm curious about the daily life of a student during the pandemic. What do you ask students to keep studying even during a pandemic like now?
Talking about my daily life as a college student, I think it's flexible because we can study at home, we can study in the bedroom, we can study in the kitchen, we can study in the living room. And then also we can study while we are lying down on the bed, while we are sleeping. So I think that's flexible for us as a student. But I think also it gives a laziness for us because what I feel when I get used to it, I feel lazy to go to school and then adapt it with this offline situation.
Okay, wow. You are indirectly telling students secret when studying online at home. Okay, what are the positive and negative impact you feel when studying online or studying during a pandemic?
As we know together that everything has a bad side and good side, positive side and negative side. Talking about this online class, it also has positive things and negative things, or we can say that advantages and disadvantages. So, what are the disadvantages of online learning? So, the first one is inability to focus on the screen. So, for many students, one of the biggest challenge of online learning is the struggle with focusing on the screen for long periods of time. And then the second is the technology issues. So another key challenge of online classes is internet connectivity. While internet penetration has grown in leaps and bounds over the past few years in smaller cities and a town, and consistent connection with a decent speed in a problem. So without a consistent internet connection for a student or teachers, there can be a lack of continuity in a learning for the child. This is detrimental to the education process. And then the third is sense of isolation. So the student can learn a lot from being in the company of their peers. However, in an online class, there are minimal physical interaction between student and teachers. And then the fourth is teacher training. So online learning requires teachers to have a basic understanding of using digital forms of learning. However, this is not the case always. Very often, teachers have a very basic understanding of technology. And then sometimes they don't even have the necessary researchers and tools to conduct online classes. And then, yeah, the last is manage screen time. So many parents are concerned about the health hazard of having their children spend so many hours staring at the screen. So this increase in screen time is one of the biggest concern and disadvantages of online learning. Sometimes students also develop bad posture and other physical problems due to staying in front of a screen. And then what is the positive things or the what is the positive things of online learning? The first is efficiency. So online learning offers teacher an efficient way to deliver lesson to the student. So online learning has a number of tools such as videos, PDF, podcasts, and teachers can use all these tools as a part of their lesson plans. And then the second is accessibility of time and place. So another advantage of online education is that it allows students to attend classes from any location of their choice. It also allows school to reach out to a more extensive network of students instead of being restricted by geographical boundaries. And then the third is affordability. So another advantage of online learning is reduced financial costs. Online education is far more affordable as compared to physical learning. And then the fourth is improve student attendance since online classes can be taken from home or location of choice. There are fewer chance of students missing out on lesson. And then the last is with a variety of learning style. So every student has a different learning journey and a different learning style. Some students are visual learners while some students prefer to learn through audio. Similarly, some students in the classroom and other students are solo learners who get distracted by a large group. So I think that's the positive things and the negative things, or we can say that advantage and disadvantages of online learning or online classes.
Okay, a very, very clear answer. By the way, guys, the last question is the last question from this video because it seems we have discussed this teaching and learning process in the pandemic situation very clearly from a student point of view. If you have any more questions, please leave them in the comment columns. Later, we will answer them in the next videos. So thank you very much, Sister Rifkah, for waiting to chat with me on Fun Podcast. Hopefully, COVID-19 will pass quickly and we can return to normal as usual. Okay, I'm Muhammad Ulfan Igirisa and my special guest, Sister Rifkah, back. Thank you very much. I love you so much, guys.